everyone! Welcome back to another pick a card reading here on my YouTube channel, Into the Light. Thank you so much for being here today and clicking on this video. So today's pick a card reading is going to be about how do you heal. So I wanted to look into more of ways that I can provide you guys with some kind of help or guidance, and I thought, what other way to do it but to have a healing video, right? So we have 3 piles to choose from today. We have pile 1 with the carnelian, pile 2 with the sunstone, and pile 3 with the rose quartz. So those are your 3 piles to choose from today. Think about the question, how do I heal? Without further ado, you can find your timestamps in the comments down below or in the description box. Now I'm going to get started with the carnelian crystal. I'll see you there. Alright, so if you have chosen the carnelian crystal, you found your way to your reading. So how do you heal? Let's figure it out. Also, if you can find something as well that might be helpful for you, maybe you haven't tried this with ways of healing, but this might be helpful for you. So be attentive to, different options, okay? So first we have To the Sea. All right. Next we have Blessed. We have Retreat. Cut Your Quartz. Archangel Raphael. Then we have these Lenormand cards. We have the Path. And we have the Tree. Okay, so I'm seeing 22 twice here. So that might be a number for you that it might resonate. But if not, that's okay too. So we're going to look into this. So how do you guys heal? Right. Yeah, I feel like 22 might be a very important number here because I'm seeing it again. Alright, so we have To the Sea and Blessed. So we'll start with the top 2 cards here. Okay, so To the Sea. I'm just going to say first, like overall, with these first 3 cards here, I feel like you guys also just, leave your worries with the universe or God or Spirit, whoever you, feel like more connected to, okay? You guys might be very spiritual, right? So you kind of leave your worries in God's hands, in the universe's hands. So, with To the Sea, this is showing me that whenever you're experiencing like issues and like blockages externally from you, and you feel like you can't control a situation, then you just let go and let nature run its course. As I said, you kind of just let go and free your worries, right? So you understand like things will be fine again. Sometimes there's gonna be times where you have a lot of misunderstandings or just some sort of blockages, especially when things are going on externally from you. Maybe there's issues going on that you can't control, right? So you understand that, things might not be looking the best right now, but things will be okay again, right? So, if you freak out, you'll sink, right? You won't flow. So you don't resist and fight situations. You just try and learn from it and trust that things will be repaired because, it's just a natural part of life, right? So we have Blessed. Okay. So with this being here, this is showing me again, like, I feel like you guys do pray as well as a way to heal. Praying might be healing for you, or even meditating, all right? But as well, if there's something that went wrong with an action you took, you learn from it And you know, if you want better for yourself, then you can't keep those old patterns and behaviors attached to you. So you find a way that you can heal those parts of you and, learn why this happened and how do I grow from this, okay? What is this showing me? So it's total surrender. So you understand that blessings will come if you let go of those past hurts, those patterns or behaviors. It's like kind of taking off that old gunk, that baggage, and throwing it away. And once you throw all that away, you know that there's going to be blessings coming to you because you overcame a obstacle in your life that you thought you might not be able to get through, but you did, and you always do, right? Then we have retreat here. I feel like some of you guys as well, for healing, you might even just, not talk to people for a while, just retreat, go in your hermit mode, which is totally fine and okay, and you're allowed to do that, all right? I feel like you guys definitely withdraw from the busyness of the day by turning your intention inward, right? Because that's what makes it easier to evaluate your situation and yourself when you bring your attention to inside. Because that's what enables you to make those right choices and gives you a more renewed sense of well-being, right? And like again, a timely departure. Like you guys might disappear for a little bit, but you're going to come back, right? And if there's anyone in your life that has done you wrong and it's something that kept happening like over and over again, you're not afraid to let go, okay? And reevaluate the situation. You don't care, you don't hesitate to walk away, right? What else am I seeing with this card here? You don't cling to things. Definitely. Again, like when it's like you guys letting go, like you don't cling to anything in your life. Because if you cling, then that would be a lot more troublesome for you, right? So you're not afraid to let go of, behaviors, patterns, people, right? So again, you have cut your cords here. So if there's anyone that's been in your life, if you had any like attachments to people, relationships, as it says here, um, destructive patterns, you're not afraid to cut those things out. And if you haven't, definitely, ask Archangel Michael to clear any old attachments, baggage from you. Definitely, if you guys do pray, do that through prayer, meditation, whatever that you do that is comforting to you, okay? And then we have Archangel Raphael, which is all about healing here. So the healing angel is with you, supporting your healing work. So if you ever feel alone, just know that, you're always being guided. You're always being, protected. Even if you feel like the worst possible situation is going on in your life, right? That's why it's so important to turn inward as well, which I see you guys doing. And if you haven't, that is definitely some way that would help you with healing, okay? And then we have the pathway and the tree. So again, like you guys aren't afraid to make that decision to move away from something. And you know that if you make that decision, your well-being will be 1,000 times better if you make that decision to go a different way. Okay, again, this path is like giving me that retreat card, retreating so you can heal yourself, right? So hopefully I got some good information out there for you guys. If you enjoyed that reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see y'all in the next one. Bye now. Alright, so if you have chosen the Sunstone Crystal, you found your way to your reading. So how do you heal? Let's figure it out. So first card we have here is Fork in the Road. We have Yin. Next we have deliverance, clear yourself, ascended masters. Okay, and then for your Lenormand, we have the book and the key. All right. So group number 2. How do y'all heal? Okay, let's look into it. So, I feel like the top 2 ways that you guys heal from things is you're not afraid to let go of any toxic attachments in your life, and you allow yourself to I feel like this group is very spiritual as well. So you guys allow yourself to receive from spirit and receive messages about how to move forward. Like that's how you find your answers, right? You tune into the divine and ask for help, especially with the Ascendant Masters coming up here and deliverance, right? So let's start with fork in the road. So with fork in the road here, this is showing me that when there is something in the way of your path, okay, you choose what is best for you. Okay, so you don't let anyone influence your decisions, because if you do, then you'll lose yourself altogether, right? I feel like this group, you're very caring, and you're honestly, you might be like a people person. You really care about not necessarily 100% how people think about you, like you could, but it's like you just rather have like no conflict in your life. Like you guys don't like conflict. So sometimes you might, ask other people, like, what do you think would be best? Like, what do you want? But it's really important to put yourself first and understand what is best for you instead of letting other people sway your opinion. Because when you have the monkey up here, this is a cheeky monkey. It's like you're going to make a way to go down a different path, but this cheeky monkey is going to come up and be like, hey, like, maybe you should try this, or maybe you should do that, or blah, blah. And, when other people start telling you things, you kind of just get like confused about what to do and what might be best. And like someone can be, um, like sending you like a subliminal of like what you should do. Like if you go to someone and ask them like, hey, should I wear this purple shirt? And they'll be like, you know what? I wouldn't wear purple because of so and so and so, but you can go and do it. And you're like, oh, so you're telling me I shouldn't do it? So honestly, instead of tuning into other people, you just take everything as a learning opportunity. And even if you make mistakes, even if you feel like maybe I didn't make the best decision, you know that life isn't over and that spirit won't be angry with you either, right? And then we have yin here. So definitely you can heal when you are open to receiving answers about what to do next. And with Ascended Masters right under this, I feel like you guys really tune into spirit and ask spirit, like, what do I do next? You guys might even do tarot. Maybe you meditate, you ask your ancestors, you really lean on the divine for help here. Okay? But yeah, with yin, it's like being open to receiving. And I feel like there are going to be some times where you do need a helping hand, okay? So also being open to receiving a helping hand from someone. Like you can't just do everything on your own, right? So having that trusted person that you can go to is very important, right? And I'm seeing 444, so this is making me know that your angels are guiding you and helping you every step of the way, okay? All right. So let's look into deliverance here. I love this card. So we have release, relief, a fresh approach, liberation from obstruction, finding a solution, and acceleration. Okay, so there might be a phase in your life where you felt like you're having a dry spell. Like things weren't changing, you didn't see a lot of growth happening, but you still persevered and you still pushed forward and you still stayed resilient even though you weren't seeing a lot of change, right? But this never broke you. Okay, this never like put you down in any way. You kept going. So I feel like you guys are very resilient here. And I feel like you just being resilient and persevering, you always just receive blessings. Like a lot of people might just see you receiving blessings and they don't even know what you went through behind the scenes, right? You guys are always actively trying to find a solution to things. That's how you also heal here, right? And I feel like you guys focus on awareness, focus on what will be best for you, focus on grounding your energy, especially when, there's a time where you had this dry spell, right? Especially at that time, you just let any kind of overwhelming issues or blockages in your life just you just let it run its course, okay? And you don't really let it affect you too much because you know that there will be sun, there will be that rain to, you know, fix this dry spell here. What else am I seeing for this card? If you guys have any kind of issues, hurts, or like misunderstandings that were like unaddressed, um, make sure that you are not keeping that within you. Okay, if there's that hurt, that bother, you need to release it. Right? Liberation from obstruction. If something has obstructed you in some way, it's time to release it. Right? Find your closure here. That's something else I'm picking up. Then we have clear yourself. Again, with this right under the fork in the road, it's like clear yourself from, let's say here, ask the angels to release any toxic energies that you may have absorbed. Yeah. So I feel like you guys aren't afraid to walk away from people or situations, definitely. And if you feel like somebody, like even like a close friend, like if they're feeling really bad and they're, projecting their insecurities onto you, you clear yourself from that. You step away, right? And again, like I already spoke a little bit about the Ascendant Masters here, but let's read what it says. Powerful, loving, and wise spiritual teachers are watching over and guiding you. Yeah, so I feel like as well, like you know that there's a whole divine orchestra watching over you and ready to step in if you call on to them, right? And then we have the book and the key. So I feel like you guys are actively like always trying to search for knowledge, search for solutions about to heal, about to change a certain situation, okay? And I feel like you guys detach from all the drama and just look for the lesson. Like you get to the root cause of an issue. That's your main focus of how you heal. Okay, because if you get too tied up in the drama and all of those distractions, then you're going to lose yourself in it and you're going to lose what the lesson here is trying to teach you. All right, so yeah, I feel like I spoke a lot. But that's what I got for you guys that chose pile 2 with the Sunstone Crystal. If you enjoyed that reading, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see y'all in the next one. Bye now. Alright, so if you have chosen pile 3 with the Rose Quartz Crystal, you found your way to your reading. So how do you heal? Let's figure it out. Okay. So first we have a change in the wind. We have imagine. We have limitation. Fairies. Heal away addictions. And then for your Lenormand, we have the star and the child. So how do you heal? I feel like you guys have gone through a lot of change in your life, and a lot of situations just kind of took you away. You didn't really expect to reach some sort of blockages, right? But you feel like I've gone so far, I've built it up so much for myself. I'm not going to let anything distract me or break down um, what I've built for myself, what I've gained, right? So we have a change in the wind. So this is definitely showing me that you guys don't fight the change, right? You go through it even though it seems very scary and really new and you don't know what is to come of it, but you don't resist it. So even when you feel like the storm is blowing you every which way, you don't let anything break down the structure you built for yourself, right? Like I said, okay? I feel like you guys kind of as well wait for things to pass over. Like you don't like to be angry at someone and someone else being angry at you. You don't like fight fire with fire. Like you just wait until that person like cools off, especially like, if you end up having a conversation and then it kind of gets into a heated argument. You're like, you know what, I need to go outside, I need to get some wind, I need to cool off. That's kind of how you just go out. And I feel like you guys go out into nature too and just have walks, and that's also really healing to you, just feeling the wind in your hair and all of that great stuff. Okay. And then we have imagine here. So this is like, if you guys fall into any illusions that your life could be better than what it is now, or you think you may want to move somewhere else, just those types of, flighty kind of, I don't know if I should be here type of thoughts. This is just a feeling of, having that lack of fulfillment. And you feel like you'd have that fulfillment if your external life was better, right? If that makes sense there. But like if you guys focus like on this present moment and be grateful for what you have in your life, then you'll see there is so much beautiful things that you haven't even noticed. Some people like to wake up in the morning and journal and write a whole bunch of things down that they're grateful for, even like the littlest things, like the chair that they're sitting on, right? The feet that they have that lets them walk, just being so grateful for the little things that you have in your life instead of like getting in your head about imagining about what your life could be or where you could go or what you could do. Like that gets you really frustrated, because your head's like too much in the clouds, right? So when you're feeling fearful like this and you just focus on being careful with your thoughts and understand how much do you let it affect you, right? Because if something's affecting you way too much, you're probably giving too much attention to it, right? So yeah, if you give too much attention to those things, then you'll probably be up here, stuck in the clouds, right? Okay. I feel like you guys also can, another way that you could heal too is you just imagine being happier than you are in that moment. Like maybe you guys are feeling really angry and you feel like, the world is really sucky right now. So you kind of bring yourself to a happy place. So that's another thing that I'm picking up with that Imagine card. You just bring yourself to a happy place, right? So then we have Limitation here. It's a very interesting card here. I feel like you guys definitely practice like self discipline. If you feel like you're doing too much of something, if you're putting too much attention towards something, as I was saying, you have that discipline, right? You try not to focus too much on it. I feel like as well, you guys like try to practice ways to calm yourself down, practice ways to not get so angry and worked up about things. Introspection, you guys like to go inside and really feel what your body is trying to show you, what this is trying to tell you, If situations are really kind of destroying you in that moment, you're like, why is this happening? what is this trying to show me? You know? You also have ritual here. So I feel like you guys have some sort of practice that you do, like meditation. You could like at nighttime take like a nice bowl bath with candles and incense burning. You have some sort of like personal healing ritual. Okay. You also practice patience, right? Like you guys could imagine like your life being so much better or bigger than it is right now, or you imagine like what would happen if you had more money in your bank account, just things like that. You try and just be patient and not try and rush the process and kind of just go with the flow here, okay? Yeah, and self-respect. Like you guys don't try and beat yourself up about things. Like sometimes, we can have those self-sabotaging fights with ourselves, but you know that it's important to remember that you're human and sometimes we make mistakes, okay? And you can't just hate yourself for making mistakes. Like everybody makes mistakes and we're all allowed to have so many multiple chances, right? So we have fairies again here. You have a strong bond with the fairies, and your life purpose involves helping Mother Nature. Yeah, so I feel like you guys definitely love to go out and go walk in the forest, go chill in the grass. That's kind of healing for you too, right? I don't know too much about fairies, but maybe look that up as well. Something that might be healing to you is just listening to nature sounds like birds chirping and feeling that sun on your face, and that's really healing with you, okay? You heal in Mother Nature. Here we have heal away addictions. So I feel like with this, right under the imagine, I feel like that could be like having that addiction to, um, thinking that your life could be better, or having that attachment to certain things in your life. Okay, maybe attachment to money or people or old behaviors. Okay, so let's actually see what it says here. It's time to let go of behaviors that are blocking you from your heart's desire. Ask Archangel Raphael to help you with this healing. Hmm. And that's like an abalone shell, I believe. Yeah. I feel like heavy Mother Nature vibes with this. Maybe there's something that you have to, this is maybe a sign that there's something that you need to heal away. There's a certain behavior that is blocking you from achieving what you love. And I feel like maybe that has to do with your thoughts, like how much attention you give to, um, you know, what you think could be better in your life. This is like maybe tuning in too much to your ego, listening too much to your ego, and not focusing on um, following your intuition, which can be like really hard if you've been overthinking things. Okay, I feel like this has to do definitely with like ego, like an egoic thinking. Take what resonates. You'll know. You'll know. Okay, so then we have the star and the child. So I feel like you guys are definitely always actively looking for new ways to heal, new answers, right? I feel like you are pretty new to the whole healing situation as well. Like this is kind of like beginner stages for you, and you're still learning about um, what things have been blocking you and what things have been holding you back. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm feeling there. Definitely search up a little bit on fairies too. Okay, and practice self discipline. Keep practicing self discipline. Okay. And also, I forgot to add maturity is down there. So be very mature. Don't let yourself, if someone's being really agitating and rude towards you, don't do that back to them. Okay. Don't meet them with at their energy. You're above that. Okay. So that's what I got for you guys that chose pile 3. If you enjoyed that reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope to see y'all in the next one. Bye now.